Strange times continue. Also, today is not my day. But I found a moment, so I decided to talk to my phone. It's been 6 days, 6 nights. Let me think, 6 or 5, something like that. And it's been just another crazy, weird night. I woke up. Okay. Oh dear. So also exciting. It's kind of like when I was in Poland and during the day I obviously all the demons come out at night, so that's just natural. That's just how it happens. But during the day you're kind of in a space doing stuff, daily stuff, normal, mundane, nothing's happening, and then at night suddenly it just kind of things aren't as they seem, and I had trouble falling asleep as always because of the noises that just seem to, just when I want to fall asleep, there are just this sudden, unexpected sounds that don't come out from. That come from the fact that, for example, it's windy, so windows are rattling and everything is moving around, and it's different kind of sounds. So I'm not crazy. So yeah, I had trouble falling asleep, and when I finally did, when I had some strange dreams. So it's been night after night, just kind of being exhausted with that, and I've heard that Sintra is kind of like a strange land. I had different things. I heard kind of opposite, contradicting opinions, and some people would say like, "Oh yeah, it's swamped with tourists, especially at this time," and some other people would say like, "Oh, it's magical. You'll find what you were looking for, etc., etc." I kind of found both. There's definitely something going on, and maybe that's why I feel so strange and I can't really connect. So I'm just getting a bit tired, and I think this is kind of reflects in my energy. Yesterday I was a little bit I definitely had more energy, but today is just a disaster. I'm just forcing myself awake basically. So today in the morning I woke up and. Yesterday I heard some sounds like something fell somewhere, on the floor, something heavy, and my friend told me there was nothing happening again, and so I must have just heard that, and there was no one in the house because the owners sometimes come around, and it's a family, and they just kind of somebody will come sometimes and spend the night here, and then they leave in the morning or something. But there was no one, and so I couldn't blame them or anything really. It's really not that close to the neighbors and stuff, and I definitely heard it like in the building. So I'm not a person who. I'm neither, I'm not a person who always feels everything and sees signs and sees stuff and kind of, perceives strangeness everywhere. I definitely have, I have this kind of skeptical layer, kind of a filter to first, rule out everything kind of mundane and then think about all other things. But I also try to kind of train that to not be writing off everything from the start, like just as a manner, just as a kind of habit of the mind to be skeptical by skeptical for the sake of it. So because I also have quite a vivid imagination, so I kind of have to drift between those things and maintain some kind of balance, although this is not exactly the word that I would identify with. So So yes, I kind of take all these things into consideration in different proportions depending on circumstances and mood and time and everything. So I still kind of found it weird. I still couldn't quite settle. I had dreams, and then that was also kind of strange. I woke up, and I woke up. I was kind of startled because I heard a buzzer, the doorbell, and I woke up, and I was like, "Fuck," like I hate being woken up like this, and this kind of sets my mood. Then if something wakes me up suddenly like that, or even if something unexpected happened, I already said that if something unexpected happens like first thing in the morning, it just completely knocks me off balance, and I need some time to kind of readjust. So I was like, oh fuck, not again, again something's happening in the morning and I can't just get some sleep. So I decided to ignore it, as you do. I just decided to ignore it and thought like, okay, maybe my friend will get that, and I'm just gonna go back to sleep. So I did, and then it was the same thing again. I'm like, oh fuck. And because I told you that my windows kind of, are connected with the balcony, with the entrance, so you have to pass in front of my window to get to the door, and I couldn't see anyone, coming up to the door or leaving. So I was kind of weirded out, but I woke up and I went to the bathroom because I didn't want to, look out the window. I was kind of, not dressed, and I went to the bathroom to get kind of ready, just pull myself together to be ready for any sort of confrontation with other, humans. And I thought these were, the owners or something, come say hello, good morning, and there was no one. So I was like, okay. And then I talked to my friend and he didn't hear anything. And it was definitely the sound of the buzzer. And I don't know, I was just, okay, so maybe it's my imagination, something woke me up from the dream. Something in the dream woke me up from the dream. I just find it quite strange because usually when that happens is something waking me up from the outside or some event in the dream, like being killed or something, kind of snaps you out of this. Yeah, strange. And then my friend said, I don't want to freak you out, but I'm like, what? Then he said that he went to the bathroom in the middle of the night and then went back to his room and heard the water, dripping or like flowing in the bathroom, and he thought like, this is weird, it was in the shower, and like he was like, well, I wasn't using the shower now, and I came back and the water was flowing. So it was like, okay. So it just started on its own, right? Okay, great. Well, just, one of those things that happen. So, yeah, a lot of strange little things and unsettled energy, and I just kind of, I find it very hard to do some things right now, but hopefully the weathers will change, and soon I will be a bit back on track. I mean, I'm trying to be as much as productive as I can. I really don't procrastinate, but I'm just very tired because of that. So I guess, I don't know, it's just like if I need to sleep, I need to sleep. I don't know, but I feel like I've been drinking too much coffee and I'm just kind of, I need to. I mean, when wasn't I drinking too much coffee? Everyone who knows me knows that I'm a big coffee drinker. If you have coffee around, and you better hide it if you want to keep it for long. So yeah, coffee drinker. And then I'm like, I feel a bit anxious today. I have no idea why. Strange feelings. Yeah, I like this light. Very nice. Very nice light. So there's that. Is there anything I'd like to add in this department? Perhaps that this general strangeness recently gave me also this kind of feeling. You know, like I say, I want to tell you things and my story, which involves a lot of talking about my background and family and shit like that. And I almost kind of, after I left Poland last time, a couple of weeks ago, I just kind of, it feels so much like a different person. It feels like a different story. It feels like I've entered some different current, some different kind of storyline or something like that. It's almost like I'm not the same person, and for better or worse, rather better. I feel rather good about that, but just strange. It's like I used to have it very often that I would wake up and things just feel like, I remember obviously who I am, and I remember I have memories and I know my story, but it almost feels like me being me means that I have to remember during the day, it's just like with a dream. I just kind of have to remember, like, oh, okay, I'm this person, and then you kind of act accordingly to who you remember you are, and all these experiences you have kind of pile up as you. So sometimes I feel like, okay, I still remember that, but I almost don't identify with it, or I just feel like something is just slightly off, and well, we can speculate on all sorts of like parallel universes and stuff like that, and how we shift between them. We obviously have no idea what's really happening, but I wonder if you can relate to that feeling sometimes. Well, there are moments when there were definitely days when, for example, something really bad happened, something very emotionally heavy and painful, and then I wake up the next day and there's this one moment, and then you're like, fuck, this happened, like you remember the shitty thing that happened, but there was this moment when there was nothing, when it's almost like you had the choice to remember or not, you had the choice to choose a life or not. I don't know, it's just, maybe that's what it's about, to put yourself in a place where you can choose, when you can remember what you choose to remember, and this way you change your story. I actually really believe in that. So tell me what you think. It's obviously a bit more complex. It's I give you kind of little ideas of what I believe in or how I think things work, but this is just just kind of hints. It's not a full system, and there is no full system really. That's just a work in progress always. Whether just for me personally or for us all, I suppose. So maybe one day I'll gather all these things together. Of course I will. That's the whole point. Even if it's gonna evolve in the process, but that's the whole point, that it should evolve in the process. I hope it makes any sense. Yeah. So I think I'm done. But in this line of thought, I'm gonna move to something else. See you.